I'm here to tell you the story of Nicole, the numb woman. Once upon a time, there was a woman, and her name was Nicole. And despite that Nicole as a name means victory of the people, Nicole was mostly numb. She was numb because she was scared. Numb is another word, after all, for frozen. She was also angry. That's why I'm not saying she was frozen. I'm saying she was numb. The anger warmed up the frozenness, made it room temperature, perhaps. Nicole was also numb because she was sad. And this numbness that had sadness as part of it made the numbness very heavy. So this meant that Nicole often moved slowly, and it sometimes meant that Nicole moved quickly. Nicole did not move at Nicole's pace, in Nicole's timing, according to what Nicole honestly, deeply, passionately wanted. Of course, there were times when Nicole moved with passion about something she wanted, but the parts of Nicole that were numbed out were varied. And what this meant was that sometimes parts of her wanted things that the deepest, most real part of her did not want. As you may be able to imagine, this had consequences, and the consequences were not pretty. Some of them were. Nicole was a beautiful woman. She had a beautiful family, a beautiful extended family. She had beautiful friends, and she lived on a beautiful, beautiful planet. The consequences that were ugly were varied. I won't go into the details about that because I don't want to ruin your night or your morning or your afternoon whenever you're hearing this story. But one of the consequences is that Nicole started to feel angry about her numbness. Angry because her numbness could only hold out so long until what built up under the numbness, through the numbness, burst out in an explosion, often of violence. Unless what happened instead was it blew in an implosion of internal violence. Nicole was scared because she didn't like how it went. She was even more scared to feel the anger that she felt about how the violence went. You can see, or you can imagine, I think, what a bind this was. In an effort to escape the pain of this anger, sadness, fear mixture, and in a desperation to do things that created more joy, Nicole let herself break. This had consequences, and many of them were not pretty. But one of the consequences that was one might say, extraordinarily beautiful, is that Nicole started to listen, started to feel, started to get more of the authentic information of her heart through her feelings. And in time, Nicole moved in a way so that she encountered more people who were more experienced at becoming unnumb, which is to say, people who are more experienced at becoming radically, radiantly, and brilliantly alive by experimenting and having it work and not work. And when it didn't work, figure out what else might be possible and try again. Even Numb Nicole had been a pretty decent experimenter. But once Nicole becoming unnumb met more unnumbing, alive, vibrant, radiant, angry, scared, joyful, and sad human beings, everything started to change. And if you would say that you are someone who is numb, at least through many of your parts, I highly recommend that you reach out to formerly numb Nicole, who's still got some numbness to work on. I know because I'm her. I highly recommend that you reach out and find out from her where you can join a rage club. Because contrary to popular belief, anger is the perfect remedy for numbness. And anger can be used consciously and responsibly, not just to become unnumb, but to negotiate and navigate an extraordinary life full of love. I love this. I love that this is the case. And I know it's the case because I've been having it happen in me. As I said, I was Numb Nicole, and I'm having the time of my life, becoming radiant, brilliant, alive, audacious, somewhat arrogant Nicole. It's a pretty cool change for a woman of Earth to get to have. Thank you for hearing my story. Goodbye for now.